Hey, Adonis Lindsay here. Welcome to Behind the Scenes. I'm sitting in the CTN Nashville studio on the Behind the Scenes set where we bring you people from around our community, people from out of state, to where you can get to know them. They're making great impact for the kingdom of God. And so we're super excited to have with us today these two special guests. We've got with us the president and vice president of the Christian Television Network, Brian and Yolanda Morris. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today.
It's so fun to be here.
Yes. We've just been sitting here talking and catching up, and so we're excited to have them in the studio so we can get to know them. This is where we deep dive and we really go behind the scenes. We did a behind the scenes when they walked in, so we'll show you that later on too. But this is where we go behind the scenes and just get to know them as real people. You've probably seen them on the station, you've seen them on social media, but this is where you're gonna see them in a different light, just get to know them a little bit more. So once again, guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us on the set today. So glad. We were just preparing for this. Like, I wanted everything to be right. But I'm like, it's behind the scenes.
It's behind the scenes.
It can't be right. It can't be perfect. So we'll start out with just, introducing just, you guys as the president and vice president of CTN. Tell us briefly a little bit about that. What is that like, being in that role and that responsibility of putting the gospel in every home?
Yeah, we try not to dwell on how large it is and the capacity of it, because then you're like, I can't do that. So we just do it day by day, what God tells us to do. And but people may not know. So my parents started it in 1979. So I grew up being in a TV studio, being on TV from when I was 9 years old.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so being in a TV station is super normal for me. Behind the scenes is super normal for me. I was answering phones, praying with people, even in elementary school and high school. But we love what we do. We understand the mission of getting souls saved and helping people develop their walk with the Lord. And so we have that mission in front of us. So then every day you do what you need to do to fulfill that mission.
To drive that. And I like that you said you grew up in it. 9 years old, behind in the set, working out. So it's almost like a gravitational, natural draw and a natural pull for you to step into that role.
And it was interesting when when Dad passed away, the board voted me president. I was like, okay, let's do this. It's not unfamiliar. Now, I hadn't been in it in a while, a long time. I mean, we were running the Colorado stations at the time.
Okay.
And Brian did not grow up in it. He grew up in Montana. His parents were both just workers.
My dad was an auto mechanic and a fireman.
All right.
My mom worked for, she was home with us, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And then she worked for Front Street Learning. So she was kids that came in and people came in to get their GEDs, kind of kids that had fallen out of the high school system, the school system would come in and kind of recoup some of their teaching, their learning.
Yeah.
And both my parents always had a heart for people. We were always in the church. I was always on leadership, singing on the worship team, doing those kind of things. So I was already kind of stretching my legs of ministry in a different capacity, even than from what Yolanda was doing more properly with CTN.
Yeah, and it's so interesting that God put us together and he just fit right into it.
We're so similar in every way.
No.
Oh, I can tell.
Why is this completely
I'm sure our viewers can tell that.
Why is everyone laughing right now?
Completely opposite.
So I don't know why everybody's laughing
Polarized,
right now.
man.
We are polarized.
No, we were talking about that the other day. It's like, and you asked Adonis as well about the mission behind CTN and what we do.
Yes.
And it's like, that's really proof that you have people that are so different in our personalities, in some of those things. And God, because God's at the center of it, of our marriage, right?
Yes.
32 years of marriage.
Congratulations.
But also, thank you.
Yes.
But also just the mission of CTN, and just knowing that that's where our heart and our focus is. It's not a diverged, mindset or things. And even the fact that, again, I'm the guy, she's the woman, she's the president, I'm vice president. People we have some people that kind of have looked at that and like, how does that work? And it's like, it works because we know the mission.
We're not fighting each other for position
in public,
or title.
Behind the scenes.
Except when it comes to them shoes. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay,
yes,
I'm
we
gonna say
will.
that when it comes to them
yes,
shoes.
we will.
Yeah.
But I think you keep that mission in front of you, you can accomplish anything together.
Yeah.
And we were just with some friends in Kentucky, and they're like, you fit so well. They know we're so different. But it's like you fit so well in what you're doing. Our lifestyle is super different. We're on the road all the time. We're never home. We're with each other 24/7. But we understand the mission. We understand our call. We understand our gifts.
Yes.
What things we're good at, things we're not good at.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason to fight and have conflict because it doesn't serve any purpose.
It's like two lanes become one.
Yeah.
But you stay in your lane.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that. And it's awesome that you touch base like with your mom helping kids get GEDs. And if you don't know this about them, now you guys have a heart for overseas, for children. Do you think that's where some of that came from, Brian?
I think that my mom was always such a giving and loving person, and my dad as well. My dad's kind of his modus operandi, I guess, growing up was give first, pray second, right? Some people are like, I got to pray and ask God, God, do you want me to be generous with this person? Do you want me to give this? And it's like, if you give, even if it wasn't God telling you that, you're still blessing someone, right? So it's like we kind of hang on and we're like, I prayed, and God said not to bless them. It's like he's not going to do that. And I think that some of that too, and even the gift really is as a gift that we give, even our kids, with the orphanage in Nepal, have Yolanda share about that as well a little bit. Just the global ministry, it's that we really want to help those kids and those families to impact them, and more than just, again, telling them that Jesus loves them, but to show them how to do that. And that was my family growing up, right? So my family, my dad would all the single moms and all the pastors in all our churches, the church that we went to, they never had to pay for auto repair ever. My dad would fix the vehicles for free.
Wow, I love that.
Like single moms that would come in, they'd be like, Haas, if you don't have any money, they're like, Haas doesn't care, he'll fix it for free. And my dad would give away, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of free auto care for people that needed it. So in the same way, how we give to our kids in Nepal, maybe God is pacing
missions around the world. But I think it's interesting that when we married in '94, he had been to Canada.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I had been to like 25 countries, right?
But
I've hit 50 countries. I've been to 50 countries.
Ooh, look at you.
I've been to Banff, Canada, which you have not been, and it is outstanding.
Okay.
50 countries. Come on, man.
It's like baby Switzerland, I'm telling you.
So he's been to like 30 now.
Okay. Yeah.
But and again, I say that because it's so interesting how God said, I need you together. Because my background and growing up and things I did were so different. Yeah. But God still put us together. Yeah. I find that so interesting.
He's
a zany dude.
Did you when you guys first came together and once again it's like I'm a firm believer that God can take just people and whether it's marriage or an organization, and it's like he's putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And everybody's contributing to the table. Did you ever feel like, just for a moment, like stepping into this Christian television, is this going to slow us down, or is it going to cause God to really reach down deep and bring out something that we didn't even think was there?
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
So we had a prophecy spoken over us when we were with Maryland Hickey Ministries. Just as you say this, and we haven't even really thought about this even since then. Her name was Kathy Lechner. She came to the church. And this was a long time 25 years ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And so she was speaking over us, and she pointed at me and she said, I'm going to slow you down. And she pointed at Yolanda and said, God's going to slow you down, and God's going to speed Yolanda up.
Oh, wow.
And just right now, I never even thought about that. That is exactly what has happened with CTN.
That's
because
awesome.
It's like I was always the one out front, right? I was the pastor. Yolanda was the plus one, could play the piano, and she was like
I
the
could put on a
she was the
VBS,
freebie.
youth camps,
She was the
all that
freebie.
kind of stuff. I was the behind the scenes thing.
Yeah, church ministry, you know that. You pay for the pastor, you get the wife as a bonus. You get a plus one. So interesting, and I was always the one, I was the preaching, I was always the face of the family. Yeah. And it's actually flipped where I'm more in a support role now for her, an executive, and it's been harder for me, I think, in being in my executive role because I was a pastor for so long. Yeah. And I love people, I love interacting with people. And it's been an adjustment for me to be more just on the executive leadership side. But even what Kathleen spoke in that was like, again, there was like a slowing down in the puzzle piece of me thinking, well, how's that going to happen? And Yolanda was elected president. Yeah. And really kind of like I wouldn't say it evened us out that way, but it really kind of more put us in cadence with one another to be able to do. And like Yolanda said, we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. Yeah. We cover each other that way too. That's important. And there's things too, like where I'm like, hey, Yolanda, you need to look at this. Or she's like, like, hey, Brian, I need you to watch this and give your feedback. And we're not like, oh, like get this attitude. We're just trying to help move the gospel forward.
Yes,
So,
no
sorry,
competition.
No, that's true.
Yes,
it's true.
And I love that, and the fact that you were able to go back to that word of prophecy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what seals the deal.
But
sometimes.
through the years, we've looked at it and we're like, that prophecy
happen
hasn't come
for 20
fulfilled.
Yeah, we're like, what is she
it
talking
took a
about?
long time when we stepped into even doing CTN. I was still in that administrative role, doing things, but God was showing me things that I needed to know for what I do now. Right? But I think we dig deep every day because there's just major decisions every day that you have to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're global. We have a channel in the UK. We're on satellites all over the world streaming. We're getting ready to do some new stuff that we haven't even talked about,
And you're not going to get it out of us behind the
gonna
scenes
get
here.
It's time to bring it out now. Come on, just a little whisper, a little hint of it.
Yeah, but God keeps expanding our territory, and so we just whatever's in, and this is what I say: whatever's in front of me today, I talk to the Lord about, and we take care of that day.
Day by day,
day by day, and
that.
He gives us vision. Right? There's things I've written down that we work towards.
Yeah.
But it is, I don't sit and dwell, oh my gosh, this is so big. I actually know how much money it takes every day to run this network.
Yeah.
And I don't really share that with people because that's just, I know that.
I'm going to freak everybody out.
So here's where I want to throw that question in that I talked about earlier. So, Yolanda, if somebody were to call you, maybe a friend or just somebody who's seen you guys on TV, and maybe they had this dream and they felt like God was calling them to start a Christian television station, and they called you up all excited. Yolanda, I can't wait to share this with you. God showed me this in a dream. What do you think about me starting a Christian television network? What would you tell that person?
Well, and we talked about this. So a station versus a network are two different things. And I said to Brian, oh, how wonderful it would be to run one station.
One station is not multiple.
Like I could sleep at night. I could work just 8 hours a day. But I think, if God's put that on somebody's heart, and I'm assuming it's because they want to reach their local, place that they're broadcasting out of. But people now are doing things online and starting their own Christian networks online.
Yes.
It's still a lot. You have to have good, solid programming. You're gonna have to pay people. How are you? There's still all of that. And I look at some people that have started things lately, and I'm like, I just pray for them because I'm like, God,
it's a lot.
hard it is.
Yeah. I know me stepping in here 2 years ago and just in the manager position and seeing some of the the vendor bills come through here, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
I've complained about my home electricity. Like, whoa.
Or internet at your transmitter.
It's so expensive.
But if it's God, you just have to take the risk and trust and believe. And so I love that. And so you guys being here today, I love that. You said, Brian, you guys slow down, you're going to speed up. But when I look at your lives today, you guys are both like warp speed. So don't give me that anymore.
Yes,
you are they are
we're
speed.
both in step at high
your
speed.
Your slow may be 80 and not 50, okay? So
it's true.
So I know you guys travel. You've got a travel trailer. That's why you're here today. We're you visiting one of your stations, and so we're so thankful y'all stopped by and here in Nashville. But tell us a little bit about that, Brian. That's hooking it up and getting it ready, and you guys are going out on the road.
So funny story. This is a behind the scenes story. When Yolanda and I both felt like we wanted to get a travel trailer. So we have it's a bumper pull travel trailer. So Yolanda didn't really want a fifth wheel. It was real tall and everything.
It's a lot to hook up.
And also you still get your bed of your truck and you have your full vehicle or go to anything else. But I know before when Yolanda and I were praying about it, and we're just like, we really feel like we want to get a travel trailer. And we know we want to drive around to the stations and we want to minister and actually make personal connects with pastors. That's the reason why we have local stations in all the markets that we do around the U.S. Is because we still believe in pouring into the local pastor, the local church, local communities, and not just on a global. Global's important and national is important, but we really feel like the local grassroots piece and what you do as a general manager to go connect isn't just hustling to get people on TV. It's really to minister to the local person, the local pastor. And so, funny story, my father-in-law never knew that we bought a travel trailer.
We never told him.
We never told him.
Okay.
Because for us, we knew that we would use it to go visit stations, but we weren't in that position.
Oh, so
at the time.
Yeah, so we knew. I guess we were buying it in faith.
In faith, I was just going to say.
And our travel trailer, if you ever see us on the road, honk and wave, we actually own the travel trailer ourselves. So CTN doesn't own the travel trailer. We bought it ourselves.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because we felt like that was kind of our piece to give to the vision of the ministry. And then again, when my father-in-law passed away, Yolanda and I knew that instantly we're like, we have the travel trailer now.
We have to go to each of the stations. And it's so important to have times like this where we talk with the managers.
Yes.
I know there's one building that they've had some leaking. Like, I need to get my eyes on it, what the damage is, what we need to do, things like that. We meet with local pastors. We were just a part of a huge event in Las Vegas. And I'll tell you, one of the things, we went to one of the churches that partners with our Las Vegas station, but they are not on TV there. But we do events with them because they're so big.
Yeah.
And he took me aside and he said, I want you to know that this manager, he contacts me, asks me how, he goes, I am so impressed with him because he doesn't have a program on our station.
Is that Javier?
Yes,
Yeah,
Javier.
give him props, Javier.
Yes,
Las
Javier.
Vegas, yeah.
This manager.
And the pastor said he's just amazing. He checks on me and makes sure that I'm doing good, see if I need anything.
Wow, love
and,
that.
And we don't have a program. He doesn't have a program with us.
There. It's relational.
Yes.
It's relationship.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And you guys are able to do that when you're traveling. You're not just traveling to. I always say this though, when you're traveling, at some point, we got to do a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
No,
you have to do
Adonis.
something. Come on.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
If somebody was, I've actually had a couple people, they're like, you need to have like cameras and document when you travel. And I'm like, so number one, it's like that's a whole nother something to do.
People have that as their job.
Yes,
to do that
to do
one thing.
Yes,
but our jobs are, I want to say it's boring, but it's like, we work a lot, right? So
there's a lot of emails.
You just have cameras on us doing emails or connect with people, which would be kind of fun. There are funny moments and different things, but it's like it's a lot of work. It's not as, I'll say this. So for people that see this and they're like, oh wow, they travel the world, and they're in their camper and then they're flying and then they're going back and they're doing this and they're going to Kenya and they're going to whatever. It's like, it's not glamorous work that we do. So, I mean, it's meaningful, and we love it, and we would never trade it. We know that God has us exactly where we're supposed to be. But yeah, not to be a big downer, but it's like even the YouTube, if we had a YouTube channel of Brian and Yolanda's travels, it's like,
you would see me sitting at my table in the trailer for 4 hours answering 100 emails.
You have to do the warp speed.
And then you see me dumping the turd hose on the trailer and like,
He went there.
No, hey, I'm there.
True.
I wrote my book. Holy crap! Of course I'm going to say that. Come on.
But I will say, it's fun on the road as we intentionally do some fun things.
Yeah, we do.
But also on the road, we're filming Man 360.
That's right.
Which is still fun. We did the Spam Museum. That'll be on season 7.
But it literally
is
researching beforehand, making sure you know what you're saying when you get there.
Yes.
Make sure you know what you're going to film and what's going to be in the segment.
Yes.
Like, it's still it's not just we're showing up at the Spam Museum and we're just enjoying it. Like, we're working while we're there.
You're doing that. You just mentioned Man 360. So that is a television program that Brian is a host of. So introduce that to us, because it could be some viewers that don't know about Man 360. And so what brought that about?
So man360.tv is our website. You can also go to ctnonline.com and find all the information about the program. So Yolanda and I
released season 6.
Season 6 is just wrapping up.
Yep.
We're now filming for season 7. So the program, best description of it, it's like a men's variety show. So there's always some level or some kind of Davidic thread for all you Bible scholars out there of some kind of God through the program, or something we talk about God, or we have an interview, or we do a devotion or something like that. But it's more of a variety show where if you are a Christian guy and you maybe have some other friends that are not Christian, they can watch it just for entertainment value, and they'll be entertained. They'll think it's funny. We do cooking segments. We did a fried bologna sandwich for men. Yolanda did these, what I call them tuna shooters. They're like English muffins with tuna and other things on them for cooking. We do travel segments. We've done them from Singapore. from Hong Kong. We've done Africa, so we've been around the world as well. We do outdoor segments. We do hobby segments. I collect different things, so I went over my shoe collection. That was one of the segments. So, and then we also have our Instagram and other ways to connect with us.
But there's always something to point people to God, whether it's an interview or a teaching that Brian does.
It's not just goof off. I mean, I love goofing off. Right?
Yeah, but
I think goofing off is of God.
There's ministry.
Yeah, and I love the fact because as
ministry.
men, we need that variety.
Yeah.
We need that. And, and I was honored because it was an honor for you to invite me to be a part of that and send in some sessions about how I'm teach my kids and things like that. And so if I ever do that again, I'm at a whole nother level. They're both teenagers, man. My oldest will be 16, and then my daughter's 14, going on 24.
Those are different. Those are different times.
Oh my Lord!
That's so awesome.
Help me out. So, so that's a great one. I think I even seen one. Was there a guy talking about knives?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Aaron Malone.
And I was flipping through. The channel.
Oh, did you?
And I saw that. And I'm like,
what is
talking
that?
about knives?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Oh yeah. So Aaron Malone is Gideon's Tactical. If you follow him, or he has a pretty big following.
YouTube channel.
He actually does it full time with his family. So his wife doesn't work, and he does it full time. So he makes enough money and makes enough connection. A lot of work.
It's Brian's best friend.
So he was a youth in my youth group when I was with Marilyn Hickey when I was on staff.
Okay.
And then we just gained a friendship after that, and actually ended up being my best friend.
Well, Brian mentored him, and then he became the youth pastor after we left.
Oh, got you.
Behind the scenes
Behind the
scenes.
scenes.
So so it's at Gideon's Tactical is his tagline for Instagram and also for YouTube as well. And I think he just crossed over 500 million streams of his YouTube, I think was just recently.
Yeah.
And he just got I think it was 250,000 on his Instagram.
So he's Brian's
as well.
best friend, but he's like a son to me.
Okay.
And
Got you.
in fact, this is a behind the scenes.
Okay.
Behind the
So
scenes.
we talked about yesterday, we were laughing. I'm like, what if something happened to you on the road?
Great conversation to have with your
what
wife,
would I
right?
do? I can't hook it up and do that. I'm like, do you know who I would call? And he goes, yeah, I know who you would call, Aaron. And so we texted Aaron, hey, Aaron, if anything happens on the road, just know Yolanda's calling you. He's like, well, we hope that doesn't happen, but I'll be there for you.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. That's one of those moments where you realize, okay, my lane is not to fix this.
No.
not to fix this up and things
That's
like that.
my lane or Aaron's lane, apparently.
Yeah.
So with that, so now that we've given our viewers just a good overview of your life, the ministry, and traveling, the show, Man 360, and then your heart for overseas. Let's dive a little bit deeper behind the scenes, and let's ask a few questions that they can just get to know you a little bit better and things like that. So what do you guys like to do for fun as a couple? What would be a fun day for you guys? Not talking about TV, not talking about Man 360, but what would be a fun day that's fun and refreshing?
I'll let you go first.
We love hiking.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
We love to be in nature. We love birding. So I do bird photography.
Look at you.
And we love that. And then he's gotten into it, and he'd be like, Shh, did you hear that? Did you hear that bird? Do you know what type of bird? And he plays it, and so we love to do that.
We have electric bikes as well that fold up. And
Okay,
then we have those with us,
So we
actually
take
brought.
them,
So we'll
do
take those. We're going
trails.
to visit our Tracy in Mississippi. So they have the
Okay,
Natchez
yes.
Trail there. We're going to do
Yes.
that.
Beautiful.
That
We've
starts
done
here.
part of it.
does it?
Yes.
Oh.
You said Natchez Trail?
Yeah, Natchez Trail.
Yeah, that starts here.
Why don't we
down
start
towards
here and go
Franklin.
there?
Let's just drive there. Let's just take the Natchez Trail.
Down towards Franklin. I'm not sure where, but we'll get you the
Seriously?
information. Yeah. People drive that all the time. There's a huge bridge.
You just behind the scenes to us.
Yeah,
We didn't even know
there's
that.
a huge bridge down here, and
That's
they start
crazy.
here. I think there was
That's
like
hilarious.
a big motorcycle drive that would start here and drive on Mississippi. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
all in
So
there.
we like to be outdoors.
Yeah, I feel like outdoors is more our thing together.
I think our most fun thing in the summer is we love river rafting.
Okay.
So we love to do that.
Whitewater rafting
Yeah.
okay, that is fun. We've done that before. That's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
we love that.
Okay, so what is your thing that Brian? I'll start with you.
There's so many
What are those
things.
things that we talked about your shoes, but what
Yeah.
are those things that and the thing I love about it because it's not. Some people things have them.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is just one of those, almost like a hobby of yours. And so
Yeah.
with the shoes and the watches, tell us a little bit about that. What are those things that, why is that?
Yeah, so I had a revelation a little while back. about just the things that I own, right? Just stuff that you have. And I really felt convicted from a watch that I bought, actually, because I do collect watches and I collect shoes, that I was looking at this pastor differently because of the watch that he had. And I was like, I want people to look at me like that if I have a nice watch.
Okay.
So I bought this really nice watch, and I felt convicted, so God told me to sell it, so I had to sell it.
He got a good spanking from the Lord.
Yeah.
And it was a nice watch. It was an Omega. I was so sad. But I knew that was what God wanted me to do. And, it pivoted into not just that, but it was like everything that I have, I'm just a steward of.
Yes.
So I've given away pens, I've given away watches. I don't know if I've given away any shoes. Maybe that's the final frontier.
I think
what size you wear? Today
13s.
could be your day.
Yeah, 13s. I got a pair in the truck I just got. So and basically, this is the thing too, that for Yolanda, she knows whenever I buy something now, the potential for me to give it to someone else is very high.
Gotcha.
I just gave away a Mont Blanc pen when we were in DC to a friend. And I just really felt impressed. They didn't ask for it. They weren't saying anything about it. They weren't saying, oh, I really like your pen. Do you think I could have it? It was just, I really felt the Holy Spirit impress on me to do that. So it's not that, and I mean, it's kind of like, again, everything I have is I'm just being a steward of. And then knowing that I can still enjoy it. Again, I have watches, I have shoes. Obviously, I have a lot of shoes that I enjoy, but they're not things that have me. I am a steward of them in God, and He shows me if I need to give them away or not. So I'm not nervous about any of that. So, anyways, but I love that. Not to get super serious.
No, but I love that
I
because
love collecting things.
And I think a lot of people can feel guilty, about enjoying the things of life and things like that, or it's
but
out,
if God
out of
tells
balance,
you to give it away, give it away.
You just give it away.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have you.
Right.
You're stewarding it.
Yeah.
So how about you, Yolanda? What are the things that you just...
For me, it's travel.
That's
give
you.
me a plane ticket in my hand and tell me I'm going somewhere. I love it.
Can I tell something funny?
Oh, sure.
So we had a vacation that got canceled for some reason, and Yolanda was like freaking out. And it was funny because my perspective is like, I like things, right? And not, again, like we just said, not just to have, glory or whatever. But I said, well, could we figure out what that is and then maybe like split that money and then I could have that money to go like buy something? And she's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm like, it is sitting there till our next vacation.
She's like, it's just gonna roll over.
Yeah, you do not mess with these points, buddy.
We had I think it was a cruise actually.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go on the cruise. And I love the trips too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm always like, and what's my first question when I know we're going on something? I'm like, what's
how much is my spending
money?
money?
Yeah, gotta get my allowance.
Yes.
But yeah, for me, it's doing things. It's a trip. It's seeing. Obviously, I've been to 50 countries.
Yes.
I love the world.
Yeah.
Most of them have been ministry opportunities. But for me, I will travel.
Yeah, it seems like wherever you guys go, wherever you travel, whether you're having fun or doing work, you're always on assignment. And that's a good thing to know.
I feel that's
true. That when you're somewhere, you're there because God put you there in that specific time.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, that's the day that's in front of you.
Yeah.
And you're in that moment. So thank you guys for coming out, stopping by here at our Nashville studio. Hope this is not your last time. And I remember because I think you had some other stuff lined up, and when that didn't work out, I'm like, I'm just going to send him an email and see if he would mind.
Yes.
No, we love it.
So it's been a great time. So do me a huge favor, look into that camera, Brian, and just tell everybody where they can find out more information about you, the website, everything they need to know.
Man360.tv is our website for the program. CTNonline.com. You can see all of our original programming and things that we do as well for the network. And also to connect with us on Instagram and Facebook, if you just do CTN Online. We have a great following there too, and you can get updates about programs and different things that we do. So definitely connect with us.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Viewers, listen, this is one of my most favorite interviews right now. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Just having the president and vice president here behind the scenes. Check it out. Share it with your friends and family. And we hope to have you back soon. God bless you guys. Have safe travels.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Peace out, everybody.